Welcome back. As the presidential and National Assembly elections approach on the 27th of November, the Ministry of Education, Arts and Culture has announced a temporary deviation from the school calendar. This adjustment aims to ensure that all learners and teachers can fully participate in this crucial democratic process. Edda Bohn, Deputy Executive Director in the Ministry of Education, now joins us via Zoom to elaborate further on the implications of this decision. Madam Bohn, good evening and thank you so much for joining us here on the Daily Roundup.
Good evening and thank you for hosting Education, Arts and Culture.
Well, as I mentioned, there's a deviation going to be taking place from the school calendar as we know it to accommodate the elections on the 27th of November. Talk to us about, the overall impact, academic impact of this decision.
Yeah, we examined all ins and outs very carefully, whether to close only for the election day or whether to close the schools for the learners earlier. And after, examining the school calendar in terms of the activities at schools, it was clear that we can close the schools for the learners only on the 22nd of November. That is the first, the weekend before the elections. And that has proven itself to be the best solution. So that is what I can reiterate. The internal examinations and the external examinations will be completed by that time. So that is why we decided to rather allow parents to collect their children on a Friday than in the middle of the week, having considered the 26th or the 25th did not make much sense. So that is what I wanted to reiterate.
Okay. And what specific guidelines have been provided to the schools regarding the adjustment of the school calendar for the election period?
Yeah, what we have said is that, yes, teachers will continue to work until no longer the 9th of December, but the 6th of December. With that, we allow them to complete then all the administrative tasks in terms of completing reports and schedules that are required to close off the academic year. And in terms of issuing the reports before the end of the school year. Then we have also guided them in terms of completing the attendance register, that the 22nd November is the last day of school. That means that that is the date to be used in the attendance register. Now, in terms of the 8 school days that are being lost, we are suggesting and we are guiding them that they should work in the 8 days of school. That is through, close cooperation with the school community, what is feasible, whether it is additional hours in a day or whether it is over weekends. And what we also need to realize is that the education does not only include academic performance, but that there are issues of their sports and culture and other activities that form part of the school curriculum that should be, that can be used to make up for these 8 school days.
Are there any other methods to recover this lost instructional time adequately, other than, doing these lessons over the weekend?
Well, the suggestion is Saturdays. Sport and culture often takes place over the weekend. That is only Saturdays. We are not saying it. And this is more applicable also to hostel schools. But where it is inconvenient, of course, then it has to be decided together with the school community whether, extending the school day by certain hours, whether that is feasible.
Just for 100% clarity, Madam Bohn, you mentioned the 22nd of November, and that's a Friday, I believe you said. That will be the starting day, counting 8 days. When exactly are they expected to be back at school?
I mean, they are going to be expected back at school in the new school year. You understand? They are not expected to be back within this academic year anymore. The last day of school for learners of the academic year is the 22nd of November. If the reports are not posted, mail to parents, then they can be collected not later than the 6th. And that is what this has to be decided together with the school community, the school principal, and the teachers, what is most feasible, together with the inspector of education, how they will manage doing it.
Is that the 6th of December?
Yes, that is the last day of school altogether. That's for the teachers.
All right.
Thereafter, the doors close of the school.
Any final remarks you'd like to leave us with this evening, Madam Bohn, which are pertinent for our viewers and public at large to know?
Yeah, I would like us to embrace this change. It is for our own sake, for the Republic of Namibia, and as you said, the democratic processes to take place. And in that regard, it is not new. It has happened in the past before when we had national elections, presidential elections and alike. So in that context, we should embrace it and make the best of all. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for your time this evening.
Thank you.
We'll be right back after this